and not supposed to finish to not take a shot.
And that's what my man said.
Alright, welcome back to my channel, Maya Rose. So today I'm gonna be, or tonight, it's nighttime now, I'm driving. I'm gonna be talking about Miss Reginae Carter and Armand Warner. If you don't know, Reginae Carter is Lil Wayne's daughter. I think that's his only daughter, and his oldest child. I believe she's 24 or 25, one of the two. And last year, she was in a serious relationship with Armand Warner. Armand, he is a YouTuber / singer. He's not like an A-list celebrity, but he has a big following on YouTube. He does music and stuff. He was with his brother, Armand and Trey, was their name of their little thing. They're brothers, but then they decided to go solo. So they have a big fan base. You know, he's not, like I said, he's not an A-list celebrity like, you know, Chris Brown or anything like that, but he is famous. He does have a following. And of course, Reginae is famous. And foolishly, before I divested, I was a huge supporter of Armand and Trey. Like, I was a huge fan of theirs. I just liked the way they looked and their music and stuff, and I guess you could say I was a mammy for them. Like, I would support them. If they put a song out, I would buy it off of iTunes. Or whatever they was doing, I would support them. I even went to their concert back in, I think it was 2018, I think. And there was one thing I ignored. I remember when I was at their concert and I paid for the meet and greet ticket. So after the actual concert was over, if you had like a meet and greet ticket, it was like this little party that they had, I guess you could say, where the concert was, so you could hang out and stuff, music and stuff. So Armand, he had walked by me. He was like doing a little dance or something, you know, and he accidentally had my phone, basically, you know, pulled my phone out of my hand. I think I was in the middle of taking a picture, and my phone fell on the floor. And he didn't even bother to say sorry. He didn't ask me, was my phone all right or nothing. He didn't even say excuse me. And my homegirl that was with me, she was like, dang, that was very rude of him. And at the time, I was so stupid. I was like, I love them so much. I'm not going to make it a big deal. I didn't say nothing. But if something did happen to my phone, Armand is rich. He could have easily got me another phone. But the point is, he didn't even say sorry, had the common courtesy. I just paid tickets to see your ass. And you didn't even say excuse me or nothing. But anyway, I'm just using that as an example to see what I was blind about, who they really, you know, how they really are. So I want to talk about Armand and Reginae though. I'm going to go ahead and say this. And last year, I was a big supporter of their relationship. I think one of the reasons is because, I'm going to be honest, Reginae is a black woman, and he was the first black woman that I ever saw Armand with. And I say that because I was a fan of theirs for like, I want to say 3 or 4 years. And I never saw Armand with a black girl. Armand does not like black girls. He don't. I know this because, like I said, I was a fan of his for at least 3 to 4 years. I mean, a serious fan, like a serious supporter of his. Like, anything had to do with him or Trey, I would watch it. Their videos, their music, their concert, anything. I was there, honey. I was a huge supporter. So I knew about his love life, at least his public love life, or the current girl he was dating, or, you know. And they all had one thing in common. They were all light-skinned. never dated a fully black girl. They were either mixed They were Asian, they were Spanish. He never, ever dated a fully black girl. So I feel like when I saw him with Reginae and they started making their videos and stuff, at first I was like, oh, this ain't gonna last. When I first saw them together, because let's keep it real, he don't like brown girls. He don't like black girls. You ain't never seen this dude. He ain't never seen this nigga with a black girl, ever. But then him and Reginae kept making videos. They kept making videos. And it looked like, you know, he actually liked her. He was treating her well, taking her on vacations for her birthday, Valentine's Day. It looked like a genuine relationship, like he was really in love. And I honestly, it felt good to see a black girl, you know, get treated well. I think that's why another reason I supported him so much. I'm like, wow, he actually likes black girls, and he's treating her well. But now that I'm being real with myself, Armand never liked black girls, because even like girls that he dated when he was like 18, 19, because there's pictures and stuff, he's never been with a black girl, ever. Neither Trey, either. But we're talking about Armand. So I loved seeing him and Reginae. So I was a huge supporter of all their videos and stuff. They made a big wave on the internet. Him and Reginae. They had a lot of support. But then they broke up. Some drama happened. But let's just keep it real. The only reason Armand was with Reginae was because of who her daddy is. Lil Wayne, in the black community, he's considered a legend, right? So Armand, he does music. Like I said, he has a fan base, but he's nowhere near, you know, like a Chris Brown or a Usher or anything like that. He's nowhere near them, you know what I'm saying? He's not like an award-winning artist, nothing like that, you know what I mean? So I feel like Armand was just using Reginae to try to get close to her daddy, so maybe, you know, Lil Wayne could come up, put him on, you know, take his career to the next level. But he knew, you know, Reginae grew up with privilege. She didn't grow up like the average black girl. She grew up with money, privilege, and all that. So he knew if he was going to impress her, he had to come hard. So I feel like he did love bomb her, and he had us all fooled. He had me fooled. I'll give it to him. He's one hell of an actor. I'll give that to him. He had us fooled. But when Armand realized that him dating Reginae really wasn't benefiting him as far as his music, like, you know, Lil Wayne ain't putting him on like that, like he thought he would, that's when Armand started acting funny. He stopped being consistent, and, you know, with Reginae, he stopped doing the things that made her fall in love. And I believe that's what happened. And when I really think about it, all the other girls, oh, my mouth is dry, excuse me. All the other girls that were light skinned, well, they were all light skinned, that Armand dated before Reginae, none of them were really famous. None of them. So I found it funny how before Reginae, Armand always dated just regular girls. So even though he is, you know, a social media influencer, he is famous. Like I said, not an A-list celebrity, but he is famous. He never, before Reginae, he never dated a girl that was famous. His baby mama, Essie, nobody knew who the fuck she was before she started dating Armand. The only reason Essie has like the following that she has now is because of Armand. Nobody knew who she was. I think she had a YouTube channel, but her channel was not popping or nothing like that. Essie benefited from dating Armand because she has a bigger following because of him. He dated these two Asian twins. They were not, nobody really knew who they were. My point of saying all this is, when it comes to Armand, if the girl is light skinned and not fully black or not black at all, it's okay for her to be, you know, a regular girl. She could be working at Waffle House, or she could, you know, be just a regular person. She ain't gotta be this big YouTuber or a singer or none of that. But when he finally dated a black girl, it had to be somebody that's already famous. It had to be somebody that's already got their own money, that might have more money than he does. She probably got more money than he does. Reginae is the only famous girl that Armand has dated. So I feel like, you know, to me it seems like, oh, he was like, okay, if I'm gonna date her only because her daddy is Lil Wayne, she's already famous, she's already got her own money, shit, she probably got more money than me. Because all the other girls that Armand has dated, he's always been the provider. He's been the breadwinner. He's always had way more money than all the girls that he's dated before Reginae. But it's like, oh, when he finally does date a brown-skinned girl, a fully black girl, she's got to have her own shit. She's already got to be popping. She's already got to be famous. So yes, Armand was definitely using Reginae. He definitely was. And another thing is, like, he lets SC talk shit to him on Twitter, about him on Twitter. He never said anything bad back to SC. But the moment that Reginae says something slightly that he doesn't like, he throws shade. So Armand he's a colorist. He don't like black girls, which I don't care now because I am divested. But I just wanted to make this video because I don't know, I just wanted to share this with y'all. I'm just, you know, I'm maturing and I'm growing, and I already came at peace with, you know, it is what it is. But I'm just putting my opinion out there that he was definitely using Reginae. Definitely. And something else that I kind of noticed is that Armand, all the other girls that he dated before Reginae, none of them really had much of a personality, at least from what I've seen on camera. I've seen a lot of Essie, because they used to, when him and Essie was together, they vlogged and stuff. When he was with the Asian girl that was a twin, and the other girls he's dated, no shade to them, but I noticed that if you go to Reginae's channel and look at her videos, you'll notice that she's a very outgoing girl. She has a big personality. She's very outgoing and stuff, very social. But I noticed, like, now that I think about it, the girls that Armand dated before her, all the non-black girls, their personality is nothing like Reginae's. They're very laid back, which is nothing wrong with being laid back. I'm laid back. But it kind of makes me feel like Armand was like, okay, well, if I'm going to date this black girl for the first time, she's got to be this, she's got to have this big personality. It's like the requirements, the standards were a lot higher versus when he dated the non-black girls. So I'm here to say he was using Reginae. He was using Reginae. And I bet you $1,000 his next girl, like his next, you know, serious relationship is going to be with a light-skinned girl. And it probably won't even be a light-skinned black girl. It's probably going to be either a mixed girl, she's going to be Asian, Spanish, something. She ain't going to be black. Mixed is not black. She's definitely going to be light-skinned.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
Sorry, I got my directions on, y'all. But yeah, I forgot. My GPS threw me off what I was saying. But Armand, he was definitely using Reginae. He does not like black girls, which is kind of crazy because that's the majority of his fan base is little black girls that love him and think that he's cute. I was one of those girls, you know. I was even in a group chat with some other women that my age who was big fans of them, but not anymore. So yeah, to my black woman out there, you gotta be careful. Don't mess with black men to start with, but don't let, if you are going to mess with them, do not let them use you, but don't mess with them in the first place. So yeah, I just wanted to put my opinion out there. I will see y'all in the next video.